Hi there, I'm Jenny from Pilates, and today we're going to do a little follow along stretch and release that focuses on the mid back and the shoulders. So we're going to start with just some breath work, okay? So I want to talk about how we can use our breath in a really nice, engaging way. So I'm going to use the band as a little prop to help with that. So if you take any of these just rubber bands and put it behind your back, and we're going to lie down to start. So you want to have your band right about at the base of your rib cage, right in the middle there. And then you can take it and cross it into the opposite hands, okay? So it's just wrapped around your chest. Knees are bent and feet are flat on the mat, okay? So to begin, just take a moment and get a breath or two in, okay? Maybe close your eyes and just think about getting some air into your lungs, okay? So we want to draw our focus into the rib cage. There are little muscles in between the ribs called intercostal muscles. And I want you to just notice how they move while you're breathing, okay? So you're gonna hold your band just loose in your hands. Take a really big inhale, noticing the rib cage expanding, and then on your exhale, you're just gonna narrow that band around your rib cage. So big inhale, release the band. On the exhale, squeeze that band nice and tight. All right, so continue breathing. Really opening the ribs as much as you can on the inhale. Exhale, narrow the ribcage down and blow all the air out. Okay, so you guys continue to breathe, and I just want you to think about feeling the lungs filling up with air, rounding through that ribcage, and then on your exhales, just really thinking about blowing the air out of your mouth, all of it, until there's no air left, and you're just very narrow and squeezy tight through your core body, okay? So let's get about 2 more breaths like that. Big inhale through the nose, and then a nice exhale out of your mouth. Okay, last one. Exhale. Okay, great. Now that we have our breathing figured out, we're going to use that breath while we work on the rest of our stretching today. So I'm going to go ahead and take away the band, but I'm going to grab up this yoga block. Okay, you can use a pillow if you don't have a block. We're going to place the block between the knees, and then you're just going to lie down. So you can keep your hand under your head if that feels comfy. When you get set up for this, I want your knees to be nice and stacked, so in a straight line in the front. This block can just be positioned any way so that it's comfortable in between the legs there. And then your hips are going to be stacked one right on top of the other one, so nice straight line here. And the same with the shoulders. So if you need to move your bottom shoulder back, you can do that. Stack those up, get comfortable. And then what you're going to do is take your top hand and you're going to bring it out in front of you. I'm going to leave my bottom hand under my head, okay? So we're going to take a big inhale, and then on your exhale, you're going to tip your shoulders back and draw that hand across your body, okay? You're going to essentially try to get your shoulder blades to open out on the floor behind you. Now you can double check to make sure your hips stay stacked and your knees stay stacked, so that that's really increasing the twist through your spine here, okay? So you can just take a breath here, big inhale, exhale, and then we're gonna come back on the next exhale, okay? So inhale here, exhale, bring that hand back across the body, exhale, come back to your starting point. Okay, let's do 2 more times. So big inhale, exhale, bring the hand across, keeping the hips forward as you let your thoracic spine open up to the ceiling, resting that hand on the floor, just really feeling that twist. Big breath here. On the next exhale, we're gonna come back. All right, inhale, exhale. We're gonna move. Finding that release, finding that opening through the chest, feeling the shoulder blades reaching towards the floor. Big inhale, exhale. Bring it back to your starting point, okay? All right, now that we've gotten that, we're going to just relax the head. We're gonna work on our shoulders for a moment, okay? So we're gonna take our same body posture. Hand is gonna elevate off the floor, palm to the floor, okay? You're gonna take a big inhale. You're gonna start reaching your thumb up towards your ear, okay? So the thumb fingertips are reaching high. Then you're gonna flip the palm of your hand as you get to your ear, and you're just gonna slowly explore your range of motion in your shoulder as you bring your hands back to your hip, okay? Now we're gonna reverse. Thumb leads the way, all the way up to the ear, flip the palm, and bring it back to your starting point. Let's do 2 more. Big inhale. Exhale, flip the palm, and then just try to increase your range of motion a little bit each time, or just take your time through that nice stretchy part of the shoulder there, okay? Back to start, last round. Inhale. Exhale, just press into that outer realm of your mobility, okay? And then bring your hand back to your starting point. All right, great. Okay, so we are going to just turn around and get the same thing on the other side, okay? So stacking the knees, stacking the hips, get your arm comfortable here. Check to make sure your shoulders are stacked. All right, now we're gonna start off with the thoracic mobility, okay? So bring your hand out in front of you, take a gigantic inhale. On the exhale, mobilize through that spine. Okay, let your hand open out, double check. Make sure your knees and hips are stacked, and just feel that stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it back to your starting point. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more. Big inhale. Exhale. Opening to the ceiling. Breathe here. Release into the stretch. And then we're gonna come back, okay? Using your breath. All right, last round, big inhale. Exhale, mobilize. Thinking about that breath we started with. Ribs are moving. And then we're gonna come back to start. Okie dokes. Now we're gonna get into that shoulder, okay? Big inhale, thumb leads the way. Exhale, twist the hand around, palm facing the ceiling. Feel your outer range of motion on that shoulder. When you get to your hip, reverse your movement, taking your breath. Flip the palm of the hand and come back to your starting point. 2 more times, big inhale. Move. And then going back. Really nice. Okay, 1 more time. Big inhale. Reaching out into that range of motion, just feeling where you're at in that shoulder mobility today, okay? And then undo. Really nice, okay? Take a good breath, and then we're just gonna reset, okay? So, that should feel pretty good on the shoulders and back. And now we're gonna get into a little bit of a side body stretch, okay? So this one is called Mermaid. We're gonna find a little Z sit shape in the legs, okay? So just kind of tipping your legs off to one side. One hand is here on the mat. You're just gonna take a giant inhale, reaching up. On the exhale, we're gonna dive over. Now, as you dive over, a lot of people really want to do sort of a lean forward towards the floor. And I want you to actively try to just stay stacked and opened out to the side, okay? So the weight of your upper arm is just gonna lift and expand through this side body area, okay? So let's go ahead and come back up, and we'll do 2 more. So big inhale, exhale, diving over, opening, pressing up with the rib cage, and then coming up. Last round, big inhale, and then exhale, diving over. Really nice. Okay, we're gonna come up and get a little bit of a counter stretch here. So just reaching to the ceiling and feeling that beautiful length on the side of the body here. You can keep your hand on your knee here for a little support. Okay, we're gonna flip around and go ahead and get the other side, okay? So Z shape with the legs, hand on the mat. Okay, free hand is gonna inhale up. On the exhale, just dive over, reaching those ribs open, okay? So we've been talking about the ribs today a lot. On these, I just want you to focus on finding that nice lateral mobility through the rib cage, okay? So big inhale, exhale. Pushing up from the bottom waist. Good, final round, inhale, exhale. Really, really, really good. Okay, go ahead and come up. We are gonna find our counter stretch, bringing that bottom hand across, inhale this up, and then just reach into the length. Feel your hip grounding down, okay? Nice, long side body. Great, okay, so we're gonna finish off with a really nice mobility work with a roller today. So I just have this little shorty. You can pretty much use any roller that you have. We're gonna place it on the mat, and then as we lie down on it, we wanna keep it in range on the rib cage, okay? So we're not gonna really go below the ribs or up too much into the neck, okay? So we're starting at the base of the rib cage, right down here. You can go ahead and rest your head in your hands. We're gonna take an inhale. Feet are just gonna be planted on the floor. Inhale as you release over the ball, okay? Over the roller. So exhale, curl up. As you curl up, I want you to think about pulling in and lifting up, okay? Inhale. You can support the weight of your head in your hands. Exhale. Pulling in and lifting up, okay? Now, we're gonna take the hips, lift the hips up, roll forward about an inch, and just set the hips back down, okay? We do the same thing. Inhale, releasing over the roller. Exhale. Draw the abs in and lift up, okay? Inhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, let's go ahead and lift the hips up. Roll an inch. Set the hips down. Here we go again. Inhale. Exhale. Same breath that we started with, okay? Big expanse on the inhale. Exhale, blow all the air out. Narrow those ribs down, pull in and lift up. All right, we're gonna go again. Another inch down the roller. Okay, reset your feet, big inhale. You can keep your elbows narrow to your face here. Exhale. Rounding into that roller behind you, okay? Inhale, lean back. Exhale. Everything is narrowing through the waistline. Rib cage is narrowing down. Let's go again. One more inch. Elbows are nice and narrow. Take a good inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So I really like to finish this up with just some nice rolling along the spine here. You can keep your elbows narrow to your face, pick the hips up. We're just gonna roll to the bottom of the rib cage and then come back. Just a nice full range here. Just however much you want, really, pretty much feels amazing. Okay, one more time, or however many more you want. Nice work. Okay, that is going to conclude our stretch and release for today. Just watch this video as much as you want. It feels amazing. It's so important to release your stress. So much of us have stress and tightness in our backs, and just get your ribs mobilized so that you can breathe better and really focus on yourself for a little while. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this little short stretch and release video, and have yourself a wonderful day.